knight's oath beneath the stars, spoken in a gentle, whisper-smooth voice, with pauses that let the listener breathe deeply and drift. Close your eyes now, and imagine a soft night in the Middle Ages. The world is quiet. The sky above stretches wide and endless, a deep velvet blanket stitched with silver stars. Somewhere, in the hush of a castle courtyard, a young squire kneels in silence. Tonight, he is not yet a knight. Tonight, he waits and prays. Beneath the stars, this was the custom in many medieval lands. Before being granted the honor of knighthood, a squire would pass what was called the Vigil of Arms. He would spend an entire night awake, surrounded not by crowds, not by feasts, but by stillness. In that silence, he would reflect, breathe, and prepare his soul for the vows he would take at dawn. Let us step into that night. The courtyard stones beneath his knees are cool, still carrying the day's warmth, but fading now into the chill of evening. Around him, tall torches burn softly, their flames bending and swaying in the night breeze. The shadows they cast are long, stretching across the ancient walls of the castle. Each torch crackles faintly, the sound mingling with the whisper of crickets hidden in the grass beyond. The young squire is dressed not in shining armor, not yet, but in a simple white tunic. White, to symbolize purity of heart. Over his shoulders, a cloak rests like a blanket, heavy and grounding. At his side lies his sword, polished until it gleams with moonlight. Tonight, it is not just a weapon. Tonight, it is sacred. Breathe slowly now, and feel the stillness of the moment. Above, the constellations shimmer. Medieval people believed the stars told stories. Stories of gods, of heroes, of fate itself. A knight, on his vigil, would sometimes whisper to those stars, asking for guidance, asking for strength. He would remember the tales of King Arthur, of Roland, of noble warriors whose honor outshone their steel. And in that remembering, he would promise to live with courage, loyalty, and mercy. The air smells faintly of earth and smoke. The grass is damp with dew. Somewhere within the castle, far off, a dog gives a single bark, then falls silent again. The world holds its breath with him. You stand nearby, watching, yet unseen, sharing his quiet vigil. He bows his head, hands resting on the hilt of his sword. The metal is cool against his palms. Slowly, he whispers an oath, not loud, not for others to hear, but soft almost as though the stars themselves are listening. He vows to protect the weak, to serve his lord with loyalty, to honor women, to be truthful, even when truth is hard. These were the chivalric promises, not always kept, but always spoken with solemn weight. Each vow floats upward, carried by the night air, like a feather drifting toward the heavens. The squire breathes deeply. He thinks of the battles that may come, the fear he will face, the roads he will walk. And yet, in this moment, none of it feels heavy. The night holds him, comforts him, just as it comforts you now. The stars do not judge. They simply shine. A breeze moves gently through the courtyard, stirring the torches. Their light flickers over the carved stone walls that have stood for centuries, walls that have heard countless oaths whispered into the night. You feel the history pressing close, not in a way that burdens, but in a way that soothes, as if countless voices are joining him, countless nights before him, kneeling in the same silence. The minutes stretch softly, unheard. Sometimes, during these vigils, squires would walk slowly through the chapel. They would kneel before the altar, pressing their forehead to the cold stone, whispering prayers for protection. The echo of their footsteps, the hush of their voices, would blend with the scent of beeswax candles, burning low. Perhaps tonight, too, he will rise and walk. But for now, he is still. Still, as though the entire world is holding him gently in its palm. Let your breath match his. Slow, steady, unbroken. The night deepens. The stars shift ever so slightly in the sky. A distant owl calls, its voice hollow and soft, then fades again into silence. You can almost hear the heartbeat of the earth, slow and calm, a rhythm that lulls you further into rest. The young squire closes his eyes. He sees, in his mind, the path ahead. armor heavier than anything he has worn before. Horses breathing in the morning mist, fields wide and endless. But also, he sees kindness. The hand of someone he has sworn to protect. The laughter of children safe in the village. The warmth of bread shared by strangers. All of this balance of steel and softness will be his life. The sword by his side gleams once more, reflecting the stars. It is no longer just a blade of iron. Tonight, it is a promise, a symbol of honor, a reminder that strength and gentleness can live side by side. He leans back slowly, lifting his gaze to the heavens. The stars above seem brighter now. Perhaps he imagines them nodding. Perhaps he imagines them whispering back to him. Perhaps he feels that the entire universe has heard his vow and will carry it forward into his life. The courtyard grows quieter still. Even the torches seem to burn more softly, their flames smaller, gentler, as though they too are listening. And you begin to feel the same stillness washing over you. The squire's breath, the hush of the night, the calm weight of the sky overhead. It all flows into you, easing your body, quieting your thoughts, softening your heart. Time becomes unimportant here. The vigil stretches, not in hours, but in peace. The night itself is the ceremony. The stars are the witnesses, and you, drifting here in this silence, are part of it too. At last, as the night moves toward dawn, the horizon begins to glow with the faintest blush of light. The squire still kneels, still steady, still calm. He has kept his vigil. He has spoken his vows. Soon, the bells of the chapel will ring. Soon, he will rise and step into his new life as a knight. But for now, there is only this moment. Only the stars above. Only the silence around. Only the calm within. You breathe slowly, deeply, knowing that you, too, may carry this stillness into your own rest. You do not need armor. You do not need a sword. You need only this calm, this peace, this vow of rest. Let yourself drift now. Drift like the stars across the sky. Drift like the vows floating upward into night. Drift into dreams, where the world is safe, quiet, and kind. The night's oath has been spoken, and you, too, may now sleep beneath the stars.